Well, welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Lee. I've been listening to a lot of people, watching a lot of things, and I see a lot of people in pain, and really not pain, they're suffering. So I said, what causes suffering? The only thing that I come up with is suffering, and the only source of suffering are our thoughts and the meanings we've attached to these thoughts. What do you think about that? Why is it some people can have a thought and have a different emotion attached to it than other people? And so they have completely different experiences. It's really fascinating as you understand and explore the power of the mind, how the mind influences everything that is happening to us, every single thing that is happening to us. And it's not that we're having thoughts. We're always going to have thoughts. Thoughts are going to be flowing in, thoughts are going to be flowing out. But the key thing is, what are the memories you attach to the thoughts? And so it's real simple in a way. There are days in the past, in particular, when I would look at my wife and I would have thoughts about her and I would have a negative experience. And I would say, wait a second, she hasn't changed. Not from about 10 minutes ago. Why all of a sudden did my experience change? Well, she probably was in a situation. Maybe she did something. Maybe she wore something that a thought of mine had attached to that event, to that thing, and I'd attached an emotion to it, and therefore I had an experience that was totally created in my own mind. It had nothing to do with reality, totally created in my own mind. Can you imagine? Think about this. What if you were watching a movie? Let's say it's a murder mystery. What if you took away the music? Would the movie have the same impact on you? The music is the same thing as the emotions we attach to it. So when you're watching that movie and the music's on it, think about it. They're using that music. Using that music to draw you in deeper and deeper and deeper and to really stir your emotions. So they understand that when you leave that theater, they want an emotion attached to that viewing that you've had. It's the same thing in life. Think about this. Remember in the day when Michael Jackson was alive and Pepsi, which has always been second to Coke? And I'll just say this from my own perspective, both are not good for you. I'd highly recommend you don't drink either. But what did Pepsi do? They hired Michael Jackson because there was an emotion that he had and a song that he had sang with it. So that when you looked at the Pepsi, when you saw the word Pepsi, you identified the emotion of the song of Michael Jackson and that you were in line with the pop culture. And so what they were trying to do is to create a feeling inside of you and you would identify with it. That's how companies consciously manipulate you. And if you don't have a Pepsi, you'll suffer. Oh, I won't take a Coke. No, I won't get the feeling of a Pepsi. And think about all the marketing around you. What causes suffering? Well, I don't have that purse. I don't have those shoes. I don't have that hammock. I don't have that car. None of that is required for your happiness. It's the feeling you've associated with the having of something. What if, for example, I'm not saying you, but what if, example, if you could witness someone who's having an experience of health that they're right near death and they're in so much pain, pain because of illness, pain because the body's feeling things happening in it. What would happen if all of a sudden all the pain and the awareness of illness disappeared? Would they need a car to feel better or just being still in no pain? So think about this. you're probably suffering. Almost everyone is suffering because you believe you're not enough. You believe you don't have everything you need to make you happy. You don't have the right partner. You don't have the right car, the right home. You don't have the right job. You don't have enough money. And because of the way you look at it and the feelings you attach to it, you're suffering every day. But what if you were to look at life and says, I'm alive. I have the ability to think. I have the ability to change my thoughts. I have the ability to love life. Isn't that what it's about? The ability to create new things. And I'll throw this on. You know what else causes suffering? A lack of flexibility. The universe, life, is going to constantly not be moving exactly the way you want. And so if you're not flexible, if you're rigid, you're going to suffer. But if you're flexible, you're going to go on with the journey. You're going to explore. You're going to have. Zach, I'm glad to hear that your mom's doing fine. Be the light in her light. Say, when you see her, say, Mom, I knew you would be fine. Because there's so much more for you to do, so much more for you to experience in life. You see, we don't die until we're done with this life. And you know, I've heard it said before that all death is suicide. And I believe that. Whether it's self-inflicted or it's a slow, gradual death. The slow, gradual death happens when we're not engaged in life. The slow, gradual death happens when we're not juiced. We don't got something to really excite us for the day or for tomorrow, something to look forward to that we really have chosen. It's not about getting something. It's about who are you going to be in the moment. My friends, you get to choose all the time. Tomorrow, I do a healing session at 10 a.m. on Zoom. I would love for you to be a part of it. I'll teach you all about that on the session. It lasts just an hour. You'll be given life and receiving life in that. If you want more info on that, go to agapespiritualcenter.com. Go to the calendar. Also in the afternoon, I'll be doing a workshop on determining the 3 top things that are most important to you. Maybe 4 or 5. And from there, you can create a consciously chosen life. If you're interested in that workshop, go to agapespiritualcenter.com. Sign up. Plug in. We've got so much to offer so that you can come out of suffering, that you can create your most magnificent life. Because, frankly, it's why you're here. And frankly, no one gives a darn but you about you. With that, my friends, make this your best day ever. Until next time, aloha.